having somewhat of a lazy day, so although I do have the dishwasher running, I did my dishes. Um, Figured I'd hop on here and do a reading, and sorry, I like scratched the back of I had some new shoes, and they were scraping at weren't quite broken yet, you know what I mean? So, my Band-Aid is off. You may be feeling like your Band-Aid is off at this moment, a little, raw and vulnerable, right? We're finally out of our cocoons, um, that we've had over the winter time, right? Or we're starting to, maybe for some of us. So, I am using the Grateful Dead deck today. Dun, 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 dun. Best way to support the channel also is to like or subscribe. It is 100% free. If you do feel like a monetary donation is in your budget, go ahead and drop one at the PayPal link in the description box, okay? All of the instructions you need to contact me or donate to the channel are in the description box to this video. But again, the 100% free way to support the channel is by liking or subscribing. And if you are a subscriber and don't want to miss anything, hit the notification bell. So, let's see what's going on here, collective. Ooh, my. This little guy appeared in one of the last readings I did. What is up with that? Cat got your tongue. Wow. A high priestess over here to combat the energies of the Lord of the Underworld here, represented by the wolf card on this deck. But in traditional tarot, the devil card. I feel like for some of you, you may have been kind of trapped in some kind of working relationship that was impeding your progress to growth, okay? You were giving way too much to it. The King of Wands. And, maybe that's something that finished over the winter, and now that you have, the spring has hit, you're, feeling like, wow, I'm kind of, have a lot more free time. I can focus on myself. I can go have fun. And you're just enjoying life, okay? I feel like there's some jealous energies residual from this. You could also be a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It is also the season for the Aries getting soon here, going into Taurus, but you may be a very diligent worker. You could have Capricorn in your chart. That could be why, this is appearing, okay? But for a lot of you, I feel like you're breaking free from whatever this contract was, okay? This wanted to come out in reverse, but I don't really do reversals. The Six of Cups. So, somebody potentially wanting a reunion with you, but not sure if they're going to get it. How's that? Okay, for the reversal energy on it. I think that's kind of, especially when they see you in this King of Wands energy, because that, I wouldn't say flighty, but it can be a more solitary or uncommittal type energy, somebody that says hey, I don't like anybody cramping my style, or something like that. But I feel like what the universe is saying here is that it's okay, if you have some reservations about reuniting with somebody, just be careful who you're reuniting with, right? Because you're I'm not reuniting with that. Okay. You know, and don't think of it as trading one for the other, because it's like there's been, I feel like you're embracing this shift in energy, okay? King of Wands here. Um Definitely specifically Aries. Like you're not really letting, yeah, you're not letting these like worries or perceived worries stop you, okay? So this deck kind of got messed up, you guys, so it's like half in reverse, but like I don't really read reversals, so I'm just doing it my normal sort of way. Yeah, here's in your outcome the Ace of Cups. So yeah, it's like this is not going to be taken from you, right? This is being gifted to you. All right, somebody could like Whitney Houston, okay? What else do we have here? What can we clarify for the collective? Let's get more information on this Devil card. Wow, look at who popped right back out. The High Priestess. Again! It's like this devil is just being stopped in its tracks. It's like, yeah, I understand you're a falsehood. I understand it's unhealthy. I understand it's toxic. I understand, you know what I mean? It's just like, and not only that, like it's been documented here. And it's like once it's been written, it can't be unwritten, right? You know, about how somebody maybe has behaved in a situation, all right? Or how that has caused someone to be taken advantage of, or yeah, being held back from going and finding their own way, essentially. Okay. And I feel like collective, for a lot of you, this may have been some kind of, you know, intuitive almost push. Like you're just sitting here thinking like, is this it? You know what I mean? Like surely there's better, you know, more fulfillment out of life than what I'm experiencing, right? So I think for a lot of you, that's when you started kind of listening to this ancestral realm here and tapping into your intuition, all right? And for some of you, it was like kind of like look like a ball of fire, but now what do you have right in front of you? You have all these roses, like, and you're thinking about ways that actually, and developing ways that actually fulfill you, right? And I feel like that's how you're so easily sliding into this King of Wands, okay? Because it's like it could just be the correct timing, right? The Eight of Pentacles. So, that could be a question for some of you, collective. You're like, okay, this person looks good, but is it like just all, you know, the wrapping? Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people aren't too much underneath, but wow, look at that. Somebody coming to match your energy, a Queen of Wands. That's amazing. So again, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So I feel like for some of you, collective, it's like you've been able to visualize some kind of home building together, okay? Some kind of cohabitation, right? But right here it's saying that, you know, especially in the wands, the fiery, the passionate energy, this could definitely be your match, whoever this is, for you, okay? So Obviously there's, you know, a masculine energy and a feminine energy here. So for whatever you are, and interesting, this came on one of the cuts while I was shuffling. The death card, Scorpio. So the reunion, you know, somebody thinking, is this going to be dead on arrival, right? Or is this like where you know, you get there and it's like, yeah, it looks a little rough, but it's like, but we own it, so you know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna do, right? The Chariot again, wanting to come out in reverse, but I don't really do reversals. So there might be some emotional stability that is coming to you, collective, that you may not have experienced before, especially with Scorpio and Cancer here, and this being the Chariot card. Because I feel like for some of you, you have imagined potentially a reunion or getting together with whoever this like King of Wands is or whoever this Queen of Wands is for you, right? And like it being a beautiful thing. It's just that you haven't experienced it yet, right? It's a yet. So, but here in the outcome, you have, you know, the Ace of Cups. So, you know, 11:44 on the clock. So let's clarify that, please. Hopefully you are enjoying this reading. If you are, remember to like or subscribe. And if you are a subscriber and don't want to miss any uploads, please hit the notification bell. And then you will get a push notification to your phone. But if you're a subscriber, if your notifications overall are off, it won't send you any like junk mail or anything, okay? Four of Cups. So, staying balanced with love. Is it possible here in this outcome, right? That's kind of the Four of Cups, what that's about. It's like, you know, being realistic with your expectations and whatnot. And the Three of Cups, very interesting. So I feel like, collective, for a lot of you, you are going to be in this kind of zone where you're able to build with somebody and seed with somebody. Like I'm hearing like the song "Good Times" by Chic. You know, good times, these are the good times, and that's kind of what you have here. Is this King and Queen of Wands, just very much. You know, it's like they're grown, but they have this like youthful spirit. You know what I mean? And that's something I feel like, collective, that you know, at times maybe you were looking outwardly for that versus inwardly, right? Because it was like, you know, nobody was there to dance at your party type thing. And now it's, you know, with this Three of Cups here, it is kind of like a celebration of friends, okay? And that kind of gathering, I feel like, for you. All right. So that's clarifying this Ace of Cups that you have, okay? Oh wow. So signs, you have Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius twice with the King and Queen of Wands, the Death card Scorpio, Cancer, the Chariot, and then we also have the water signs again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with the Ace of Cups, okay? So you could have these in your chart. They could be influencing you, or, you know, those that you are dealing with, okay, when it comes to these situations. All right. Yeah, I really feel like you're gonna be like getting your flowers type thing. Like There's just things that this Three of Cups is more like, it feels like it's actually blooming over here, and that's like part of spring, right? Like, the rains come, like, it's cloudy where I'm at today, right? But that's part of, the season. And then, you're ready for your flowers, which I need to buy some flowers so I can put out in my pots outside. Anyway, there's always something to do, right? Collective. So, things like that too could be good for you, and that could be part of your dedication. That, like, for some reason, if you're away from these expired contracts and you're like, that could have been something that you figured out that you like to do, maybe gardening, right? So that was something that's fulfilling for you. Okay. And then it's kind of like, oh yeah, like, look at that, look what I did, right? Like, you made your own little list of things to check off, and it's like, hey, this is pretty cool, right? So again, that's why you look so good, or you look good to others as well, right? Here with this Queen of Wands and this King of Wands, right? Some of this could be very emotional, especially if you're getting together with somebody that you didn't think you were going to be getting together with, right? And that could be an old person or a new person. It's kind of like, it's all that timing stuff, right? Right person, right time. Like, it could have been the right person but the wrong time. But, that doesn't mean that there's no further path for you, right? At some time you may be at the right time, and then a person will be, there, and it's like, well, are you going to take advantage of this opportunity? Are you going to treat it as the gift that it is, right? And that's, I feel like, why you're celebrating now here. And this celebratory energy is coming out overall with this Ace of Cups. So for some of you, this could also be kind of like a higher level of commitment. This could be somebody that you're just like cohabitating with, but like you're in a partnership with. I'm not necessarily getting, and I kind of mentioned before, like, that King of Wands always comes across as like the non-committal or whatever. But sorry, I'm like picking at my forehead here. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull. Let's see what the light worker cards have to say. So I hope you're enjoying your Sunday Funday today. My Sunday Funday is kind of like a lazy Sunday Funday. It was supposed to like rain all day, but it really hasn't. It's just been kind of overcast. Like, I could have totally mowed the grass today, but whatever. It'll be warmer and nicer like as the week goes on. So yeah, whoever you're celebrating with too, like, these people are gonna be like happy to see you. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Like, when you're actually excited to see somebody, it's not just like a ball of nerves all the time, right? Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. So you definitely have that guidance, remember? And that guidance comes through in your intuition, okay? So think about that. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, right? So maybe you're like, King of Wands, like, I'm not a King of Wands. What are you talking about? Well, maybe that's kind of, you know, somebody that's going to help you kind of feel that role, right? Whereas, like, before, it may have been difficult. Say one of your relatives always wore a certain kind of shoe, you know what I mean? And it was like a polished shoe or something, you know what I mean? Like, everywhere they went, like, it could be something like that where it's like you end up kind of getting like maybe you're have a signature look or something, you know what I mean? There's something about your look that's going to be not only help you feel attractive, but it's going to attract others. It's almost like the peacocking thing, you know? Okay, don't dim. See, wow. What did I say? Peacocking. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Okay. So, collective, a lot of you, you know, you have this vital energy. Like you were meant to stand out. You were meant to be noticed. Like, it's okay. And some people may have thought that, you know, and these could have been karmic lessons that you were going through, right? Here with this double card. But it's just very much here where your ancestors have stepped in and said, okay, like, you get it, like, you learned the lesson, like, you're not doing that behavior anymore. That contract's over. We don't need to revisit that. And, yeah, because again, that was part of what was holding back your progress. Okay, so maybe for some of you, whatever you have learned over the course of your life, everybody has different life lessons and experiences that we are gifted, right? Sometimes it's hard to think of those things as a gift, but you know, maybe those things are, you know, for you to be able to help others, right? So I feel like a lot of you are kind of waking up to that fact. Okay. A lot of you, I feel like, are actually tapping into your intuition as well as maybe you have not before. You're paying attention to, you know, like the signs, the synchronicities. I wouldn't say like, I don't know. I don't like to comment too much on some of that stuff because sometimes you can get, you know, people interpret signs in a way that's not actually what they mean. Okay? So yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. 22 on the clock, so yeah. Whatever you were thinking about back at 22, go rewind the video and then yeah, right? That's your message. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. So yeah, for some of you, you're figuring out who your soul tribe is. You know, again, in the past, maybe somebody had the image of being part of your soul tribe, and then it's like, oh, that's not really how they are, right? It's like, yeah. Like when they say, you know, somebody has no chill. Look at this. Soul family. What am I telling you here? Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So, I feel like this is you getting some encouragement. Okay? Almost kind of like a rebirth for some of you. Okay? Definitely I feel like you're taking it one step at a time. Okay? And that could be why this reunion card kind of wanted to come out in reverse, but again, this could also be like, you know, non-romantic, like platonic or, you know, more, I'm getting a lot of this, yeah, like this soul family, soul tribe stuff here, okay? So part of the solo energy could be that where it's like, it's not necessarily about like who you're dating at the time, it's just about you being there, right? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pull some Minology cards. Got a few minutes left here on the clock before I gotta move on. So again, if you've enjoyed this reading, please to hit the like or subscribe. It's the 100% free way. And if you feel like you are able to make a monetary donation, please visit the description box and follow the instructions. I also have a link there to an interview I did with a radio station a week or so ago about my music. So if you are interested in listening to that, I included the link in today's Sunday Funday. All right. So down the rabbit hole we go. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this time for you, collective, is very like magical. Okay. Work through your fears. Oh my God, I just remembered I had ice cream in the freezer. I'm like, sorry. Anyway, work through your fears. Fear of blowing the diet, right? It's time to release negativity. So definitely accepting yourself, collective, accepting that maybe, some of these karmic relationships or things that you were involved with, took up a lot of time and unnecessary energy, okay? Could have also caused you physical ailments, like, I'm just getting that, okay? That's part of it. So, part of the company you keep, or that's what's allowing you to be in this uplifting, joyous type of energy, okay? And, you feel very settled doing that, right? Here with this Eight of Pentacles. Like, it's not without a little bit of forethought, okay? It's like, and it's like, oh, what does hard work get you rewarded with? More hard work, right? But this is like, actually, yeah, there's this hard work there, but we're enjoying ourselves along the way. We're breathing in and out, right? Okay, we're allowing our passions to flare. Conclusions are within reach. Okay. So for some of you, you may have had some uncertainty around the future of certain relationships, friendships, working arrangements, okay? And if that is, I think that is being closed off, like you're just, it's like you got a new job, and at a certain point, you got to start reporting to the new job. You cannot... Yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So this, hard work, beginning more hard work out of you, collective, is kind of, it's like, well, it was fun while it lasted. Okay. Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Yeah, I feel like that's what Spirit here is telling you to do with this Ace of Cups, with this Six of Cups, and with this fiery passion energy coming from the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. All right. Definitely as well here with Cancer and Scorpio, tapping into, more of that emotional energy. Okay. I think I'm going to share this one to my Facebook page anyway. You guys know I do readings when I'm on site at festivals and stuff. So I always have my travel with my cards, okay? So if you need to, you can catch me there, all right? Expect powerful change, okay? Yeah, just as people wanted you to work on their projects, now when you've put your time or shifted your time, right? That could have been working through your fears, right? And it's like, okay, now I'm recognizing the patterns, okay? And now that I've recognized some of that, I can start recognizing how these things are changing me, okay? And changing me for the better, right? Yeah. So I feel like some of this too, these older contracts or whatever, it's like they didn't want to see you celebrating. They actually, yeah. It's always like, sorry guys, I just got that wash of emotion over me. Yeah, this tough cycle. It's like people weren't seeing what you were going through, you know, because they just saw this, right? And this in one way or another, right? So, and they thought that that's where, their glory was going to come from, right? Tapping into that you had. And now that you're standing over here on your own, right? And then all of a sudden it's not fair. It's like, well, wait a second. It was going to be fair when you had it, but not when it's belonging to the person that it's owned, that it was gifted to. Now that's a crime, right? For some people, that was their crime of passion. Trying to suck the life out of the collective. Okay. I'm going to leave it here, you guys. I hope whoever receives this message today, boy, just remember what you have here in your outcome, okay? This Ace of Cups. So don't lose sight of that. All right. So if there's some fear that could be part of it, okay, here. And then again, it's time to release negativity. So, it's like they say forgiveness isn't for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is, giving yourself a clean slate, at the beginning of the day, right? It's like, yes, you've survived this, you've survived that, and it's like, okay, well, it's like in that movie, The Matrix, right? When they're like in the ship, right? And like that's waking up every day, like surviving, right? But like in the later versions of The Matrix, like the actual like, the party place, right? They're not exactly waking up like that. They're waking up like a little bit like, more chill, right? And you guys, I don't normally say that, but back in the day, we used to call it the chill pill. But I think that's some of the younger folks have been saying that, so I've been picking up on that recently. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah. I think we're going to get out of this for today, so please like or subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment if you wish, and if you are not able to freely support the channel but are able to monetarily support the channel, there is a PayPal donation link in the description box But if you are freely able to support the channel, click or subscribe will do. So thank you until next time. Please manifest wisely and bye bye.